What we're really looking at is how can they get ROI on their investment, and not just as a small ROI. We're looking like a 5x ROI right away out of the gate. We want to get those quick wins in early, because what I've found with talking to people and doing these ones that we've done already is once you successfully help them put in one small automation or one quick win, their mind starts to go, well, what if we do this in this part of our business? What if we do this in this part of our business? Oh, can you help me with this? And the answer is almost always yes. I have a long list of clients who are waiting in line right now to have conversations with us about implementing AI, and they're looking at it not just as AI alone, but they're also looking at it as automation. What I'm finding when I'm talking to people is that they have a genuine worry that their competitors are already doing these things, and they're being outperformed, they're being outworked, they're being outpaced by their competitors, and they don't want to lose that. They want to stay competitive, but they don't know where to get started. Security first, always.
100%. Security first, that governance. AI governance is really important. Otherwise, you will be able to leak a lot of your information to the internet. And there are a lot of other risks. And so adopting it with a lot of security first mindset is important. And for that, you need a trusted technology solution provider who can guide you with the guardrails that you need to have before your team and your business use AI.
Welcome to AI by Design podcast. Brings MSP leaders into real, unscripted conversations about innovation that actually works. Hosted by Sunny Kayla, it's focused on turning AI into measurable business impact.
So in terms of your customers' experience or the need and want that you see, are you getting some questions from the customers? Hey, how do I think about AI? What should I do? Do you see that demand already as a MSP?
Oh yeah. I have a long list of clients who are waiting in line right now to have conversations with us about implementing AI, and they're looking at it not just as AI alone, but they're also looking at it as automation. They're looking at what I'm finding when I'm talking to people is that they have a genuine worry that their competitors are already doing these things, and they're being outperformed, they're being outworked, they're being outpaced by their competitors, and they don't want to lose that. They want to stay competitive, but they don't know where to get started. So there's a list that I have already set up for clients that we're meeting with, even starting Q1. We've already started, and we're looking at doing implementations where it can even be something where we're integrating one system with another, like their CRM with their ERP. But what we're really looking at is how can they get ROI on their investment, and not just as a small ROI. We're looking like a 5x ROI right away out of the gate. We want to get those quick wins in early, because what I've found with talking to people and doing these ones that we've done already is once you successfully help them put in one small automation or one quick win, their mind starts to go, well, what if we do this in this part of our business? What if we do this in this part of our business? Oh, can you help me with this? And the answer is almost always yes, but not everything needs to be automated. So I have said no to some things where you're having a conversation with somebody and it's just like, you're trying to save 3 hours a month here. This is not worth automating, right? But if you're talking about saving 4 hours a week times 5 or 6 people or more in your organization, okay, now we have a conversation.
And what is most fun use case that you have worked with so far? So where you just had so much fun just thinking about this, doing this, and that kind of really gave you a lot of excitement that, hey, this is something that I want to do more of.
Absolutely. It's getting eyes and visibility into things within our business that we didn't have visibility into before, either because the systems were totally separated and they didn't talk to each other, or it just took too much manual human effort to go and do an audit in this system or in that system and put it together in a view. But being able to use AI and integrate the systems through API connectivity and getting those systems to talk together and get it to present in a way that works how we work has been game changer. Absolutely. It's so much more powerful when you can get a system that works in your workflow versus trying to buy a piece of software off the shelf and adapting the way your company works to the way that software works. It's a big learning curve, and it's really hard. So doing that work for us internally first and making it work the way we work and the way we think and we operate, my goodness, the amount of insight and things that we found that weren't working the way we thought they were working and that were working, but we could make them better was just like amazing. And it's so exciting to do that. And I never get bored of that.
That's awesome. So there is a SMB owner, Daryl, who's listening to you. What is your advice for them?
Okay. So don't chase the shiny object syndrome, as we call it, where shiny penny or whatever you want to call it. AI implementation without strategy is a disaster waiting to happen. It's almost always not going to work, or you're going to end up with a bunch of shelfware that's sitting there just hitting your credit card every year for the renewals, and it's not going to work properly. The other thing is cybersecurity has not changed because AI has come. If anything, cybersecurity has become more important than it ever was, because now we're talking about integrating these third-party AI applications into Microsoft 365 or into our CRMs or our ERPs. And there needs to be boundaries and there needs to be controls around that, because if it does something that you don't want it to do, or you inadvertently give it more access than it should have access to, you can end up leaking a lot of information and a lot of sensitive, important things that people shouldn't be seeing, they could see. So there's definitely that risk. And it's a real risk. And so I will definitely say that anybody listening to this that's just buying AI things that are on the market, plugging them into their email or their other systems, and not doing it with a trusted advisor who has a background in cybersecurity, that's very dangerous, very, very dangerous. And I firmly believe we're going to see a lot of compromises over the year of 2026 that are going to be a result of failed AI implementations, because cybersecurity wasn't first, and that wasn't the foundation of the AI implementation. Security first, always.
100%, 100%. Security first, that governance. AI governance is really important. Otherwise, you will be able to leak a lot of your information to the internet. And there are a lot of other risks. And so adopting it with a lot of security first mindset is important. And for that, you need a trusted technology solution provider who can guide you with the guardrails that you need to have before you have your team and your business use AI. And so, Daryl, where can people find you? People who are listening to this podcast, if they want to talk to you, what is the best way for them to get in touch with you?
I'm probably one of the easiest people to find. I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm on, just search my name, Daryl Cresswell, or mydware.com. LinkedIn is a great way to reach me. I'm on LinkedIn all the time, very active on there. But yeah, phone, website, anything like that. I'm happy to connect with people. There's one more thing that I wanted to just share quickly. I'm back on the security side of things. Is I know that we talk about outsider risks, right? As we talk about cybersecurity, but with AI, we also have to consider two other things. One is shadow AI, and the other one we have to consider is the insider threats with AI. Shadow AI is the same concept as shadow IT, where you have people within an organization using AI things that the business owners are not aware of. And so we see that happen a lot, where they're using a free chat GPT account, not realizing that, the data is being shared with the model. So there's that. Shadow AI is very important. It's not just outsider threats that are attacking you through AI. It's that as well, but also internal, right? If you give too much access to your AI systems, you can end up in a scenario where you have a junior level employee now can access financial records, payroll records, either intentionally or unintentionally. Those are really, really big risks for security. So I didn't want to leave those out as well, because I know when we talk about security, it's very often thought that, oh, it's the bad guys from the outside attacking in. No, it can happen from the inside too, either on purpose or inadvertently through shadow IT or through shadow AI.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And it's really, really important to consider that. It's really important to keep that in mind. Otherwise, there's a lot of risk involved there. So, Daryl, thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you, my friend.
My pleasure. It was great being here.
Thank you for watching the AI by Design podcast. Stay tuned for more conversations at the intersection of AI, leadership, and innovation. Follow us on our channels, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.